We just got out of the D&D movie fully this time.
That was great.
Wasn't that great?
Oh my
What did you
gosh.
think?
I thought it was really good, actually.
What did you think?
This is all right. Yeah, it's pretty good.
What was lacking? I have to know.
I mean, nothing was lacking. It's just, not the greatest, but it was good.
No, that's valid. That's valid. The only reason I can't say it's one of the best, really, really good film. I mean, I guess you could say it is really good, but I can't say it's like an all-timer only because.
It's a standalone.
But hear me out. Okay, it's called Dungeons and Dragons, where there were a lot of dungeons, but 2 dragons.
Well, that's
They
dragons.
had the gelatinous
The
cube.
dungeons-
They need more dragons. I need Dungeons and Dragons, but with more dragons. Okay,
That dragon was like so big, it counted for like at least 6.
counted for like 6 of them.
dragons are in it.
No, that was heat. No. Every character felt valid. Nobody felt like an extra side character.
100. No, 100%.
I like that. Everybody felt like they filled in their role and actually did something worth it. And it delivers on the action. And when you get to the action scene at the very end actually straight up delivers. And instead you're not just like, that was lame, that lasted for 2 minutes. It's actually satisfying.
The action was actually really good, better than Marvel.
This movie was better than every Marvel movie from the past 2 years, probably. CGI was great, except in that one flashback, and then it looked like they dragged a JPEG onto the battlefield. But other than that, it was actually heat.
It was actually really heat.
I'm gonna have to go with
I thought it would be really bad.
I'm gonna have to go with an 8.5.
8.5, yeah.
8.5, hard 8.5. Lots of prisons, lots of dragons.
Prisons. 2 dragons.
What would you say it is out of 10?
Out of 10, 7, 7.5.
7.5 is also valid.
8.5, 9 from the nerd who actually knows what Dungeons and Dragons is.
I've never played and I don't know anything about it, but it is an 8.5 for me because that was better than everything Marvel's put out in the past 2 years.
I feel like the finale was just so generic.
It was.
The magic person.
It
doing
really
magic
was.
Things.
I felt like the magic.
was dramatic.
My secondary complaint is that fight between Simon and the witch. That should have went much harder than it did. I felt like it was fine, but it wasn't. It could have been more heat. Because what it really could have done is showcase the. Have a good one. I felt like it really could have showcased his abilities. Because remember the whole movie, he's like, no, everyone's telling him he can't magic, and I'm like, nah, this is where you can go off, and actually do the magic.
Let him
But
cook.
you can let him cook. You can let him cook in this one. But I mean, he did kind of cook, honestly.
Yeah.
He clutched up the whole movie, actually.
He actually did clutch up quite a bit. He did kind of cook. He did kind of.
Stone Jill,
But I think the best thing is nobody felt like a side character. Everybody actually got time to do something. It was very impressive.
It's hard to do from the movie.
4 characters. 4. And none of them felt I thought for sure Justice Smith and the shape-shifting girl. I was like, them two are gonna end up like those 2 from Black Adam that never got any screen time. I was like, nah, they're not gonna have anything to do. They actually did pull quite a bit. The daughter was the only side character. Yep.
Side character was still good, though.
You know what's funny? Well, I can't talk about this because it's a spoiler, but
Well, he's still
Well, I mean, the
good.
movie's
He's
been
him
out
at
for
one
like a
point at the
month.
very end where...
has it really been out for a month?
Yeah.
The part with the cuff, I called that. Because there's this very specific shot where, remember when they're in the bottom dungeon and he's talking about, he tosses Simon these keys and there's this weird shot of him standing, it pans over where the cuffs are. The cuffs that disable the magic, and it zooms in on it for a second. And I was like, I wonder what they'll do with that. And then they did, and they cooked. They did cook, in fact. So, I don't know. I would say an 8.59-ish. But, I don't know. Maybe they'll make a sequel.
They might. They're not successful.
I'm kind of wanting to know more about Bridgerton guy. Because Bridgerton guy actually kind of slapped a little bit. The Bridgerton guy, bro. The guy with the sword where the whole blade can come off for a spear and then he can just reattach it. That went hard. I definitely want to own one of those. But yeah, I'd say 8.5 out of 10.